Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my kiddos. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 257. And guess what day it is? Summer sock camp. I have coffee in my summer sock camp mug. Peppermint mocha creamer. I will put the Crazy Sock Ladies Spreadshirt shop down below, the link, so you can get some summer sock camp merch. Today is May 24th, 2022, and it is 9:14 a.m. Had to wait a little bit for the sun to move, and I have the window closed today because the neighbors decided to do some trimming of the hedges, bushes, some kind of trimming of greenery outside. It sounded like as soon as I started and shut the window they stopped. That's okay. So if you can hear it, I'm sorry. I have the other window over there open. It is going to be hot today, like 82. Nope. Alright, this is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. What else do I say? I will have all the links to all the things that I talk about today right down below. Right under the title, click the word more. You might have to click it one more time, but everything should drop down for you. I will have links to my Ravelry group, my Instagram. I'll have links to all of the yarns, the bags, the patterns, project pages if I have any from Ravelry project pages if I have any. I think it's just my blankets. I love reading and watching. Yeah. And we're gonna change things up a bit. Since it's summertime, yeah, we're gonna change up a little bit. I will talk about that in a minute. In my Ravelry group, I have three knit-alongs / crochet-alongs going on. Wow, that's a lot. I totally forgot about the, when I did the two Knit All the Scraps and Knit All the MKALs, those are Stephen West MKALs. Those are both year-long knit-alongs. And then, you know, it came around to be April, and I'm like, oops, I like to do knit all of the stripes. So we're just gonna throw that in there. So knit all the stripes, it starts June 1st, but you can go ahead and cast on. Whips are allowed. Yes, that one ends August 31st. And you just knit anything with stripes. It could be socks, sweaters. It could be scrappy socks as long as I can see actual stripes. Yeah, but pretty much any self-striping yarn, whatever you make with it counts. It could be indie dyed, it could be commercial yarn. Yeah, any self-striping. And if you are joining the Summer Sock Camp knit along, crochet along, you can double dip if you want. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm excited. But I am. I knit socks all year round, but something about Summer Sock Camp, I don't know what it is. It makes me all excited. All right, I think that's my spiel. I feel like there was something I was going to say. Oh, the Summer Sock Camp. I will link Kay's Ravelry group and her Instagram handle down below. That's where all the rules will be. And that one's just knit socks. Knit or crochet socks. Doesn't matter what pattern, what yarn weight, what size. It could be shorties. It could be knee-high socks. Doesn't matter. Gotta plug in Kay's Summer Sock Camp. All right, we can get started. I have 2 finished objects and 4 whips All right, I guess we'll get started. I think that's it. I don't know. I feel like I forgot something. All right, finish object number 1. Oh yeah, I'm wearing my Brave Little Toaster t-shirt. If you know, you know. Apparently a lot of people don't know about the Brave Little Toaster. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't as popular as I thought it was, but that was my favorite movie when I was little. So here are my Scrappy Star Wars socks. Look at these. Oh my, I love them. So yeah, these are all of my mustache yarn Star Wars colorways, and I just picked up one and knit until I was like, okay, let's move on. Let's move on to the next color. And that's pretty much it. I did 64 stitches, US 1.5, I should say 2.5 millimeter. 12 rows of knit 2, purl 2 rib. I think I did like 70 for the leg on these. I like long legs. I like them to be about somewhere between like 6.5 to 7 inches. And the heels and toes are in Mama Jess Knits in the Frankly Lisa colorway. Frankly, is that how you say that? I'm pretty sure it is. She did message me. I talked about this last week. She left a comment last week saying that she's gonna put that colorway back in her shop, I think next month. So keep your eyes peeled. So maybe I will buy another skein so I can do a full sock. Because I got it just for Scrappy socks to do like heels and toes. And it worked. I love it. So we'll see. Maybe I'll buy another skein when it comes back. So if you missed out on that pre-order that was a while ago, it's coming back. So just keep an eye on her shop. So these ones are for me. And then I remember last week I'm like, oh no, summer sock camp's coming. I don't want to have 0 socks on the needles for like 3 days. What am I going to do? So I just decided to keep on going with the Scrappy socks. Pause. I forgot to tell the dates again. One of these days. One of these days. I started these May 16th and finished them May 20th. So May 20th, so we had 4 days till camp, and I'm like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Bam, I made another pair. These ones are for my friend Amie. I did, for hers, I did Lemonade Shop. This was a yarn she gave me. I made socks for her already with it. And the rest is gonna go for Scrappy Toes and Heels, and oh my, I love these. So I think the next time I make another Scrappy Star Wars socks, because there are going to be more, I'm going to make a pair that has pink. This pink for me. Her socks are a lot brighter because of this last, I think this one's called The Last Jedi, but oh, I love it. So for hers, I did 15 rows of 2x2 rib, and I think I did 45 rows for the leg. Same needle size, same stitch count, 64 stitches. So these are the Vanilla Socks on Magic Loop by Kay the Crazy Sock Lady. That is the pattern that I use all the time. I love it. So yep, these are for her. And I started these May 20th and I finished them yesterday, May 23rd. And I believe, I keep track of how many socks I've been making on Instagram, but I keep forgetting to tell you on here. But I think this is pair 36. Pretty sure, because I finished these yesterday and I remember writing that in my Instagram. So follow me on Instagram. I show my start and end dates. And yeah, I'm keeping track of how many pairs I knit. This is 36. Wow. And it's only May. What can I say? I love to knit socks. So this is going to be for her Christmas box. Her birthday is next month, so I got to get her present out. So I'm starting her Christmas box now. All right, that's all of my finished objects. Oh, and I'm going to show you, this is my bag of Scrappy Star Wars yarn. So I still have a lot. I'm still going to continue to knit the Star Wars colors. And I'll probably knit a few more before I make Scrappies again. But oh my word, that was so fun with the Scrappies. Yeah, Amie, you're going to have a lot of those socks. Just saying. And I'm going to have a lot of socks. But yeah, I need to get a couple more colors in there so then we can really get crazy. I don't know how many I have left. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I have 9 left. So yes, I am excited to keep knitting the Star Wars yarn that I've been hoarding for years. Okay, now we're going to talk about whips. I have 2 new cast-ons and my blankets. So we'll go with the new cast-ons first. Can you guess what's in this bag? I love this bag so much. It's my favorite. Mountain State Stitches. This is my first summer sock camp cast-on. Spells and things. I dug through my basket. I had a really hard time figuring it out. Then I was talking to Stacy and she showed me one of her whips and I'm like, wait a second. I have that one. I think I put that in my basket. And I did. So I'm like, this is it. Sugar Quill. This is Spells and Things from June 2023. I believe I got this as an extra. I don't think I was on her club at that point because I got it on fingering, which means I think that's probably what extra she had, but oh, it's a good one. So yeah, this has been in my stash for probably a year next month. Here's the cake. Oh, look at that. This kind of reminds me of like citrus. We got grapefruits, limes, and oranges. Oh, I love it. Or maybe watermelons. So I cast this on as soon as I woke up. I finished these ones like lunchtime yesterday. And oh man, it was kind of weird not having socks on the needles. It's like, I don't want to cast on. I know I could have, but I cast something else on. I'll show you next. But yep, I got the cuff done in 1 row. I knit all my socks Magic Loop on Chiaogoo red lace needles, 32-inch cord. One at a time. When I first started knitting socks, I did 2 at a time on 1 needle. And now I don't see how in the world I did that. I feel like I'm faster with 1 sock on the needle because you have to continually like drop and pick up your yarn and then do a lot of flipping. But with this, I can keep the yarn in my hand at all times and I can just flip it. So I don't drop the yarn. So I feel like I'm faster with 1 at a time. So there's 12 rows of 2x2 rib. And that's it. It has a mini. Oh, look at this green. Yes. So that will probably be the heels. And then the rest will be for Scrappy socks. Oh. Yeah, I think that's it. We'll talk about other cast-ons later. But that's what I have so far. It's a baby whip. All right. Next whip. Whip number 2. This is in a bag that Amie made me. Love it. And I decided to cast on another muscle burr, whatever you want to call it, with mustache yarn. And this was a recent purchase. Death Star Retirement Party. This was one of her new Star Wars colorways she had. I don't think it's in her shop anymore, but it's a Star Wars colorway. caked it up. Oh, look at that. She's been experimenting with the speckled yarns lately. Usually mustache yarn is like most famous for her self-striping, but oh, I love this one. And here is what I have. So I'm done with my increases. And I put my little Twin Mountain Handcrafts coffee cup on there. Let's see, I am doing, I think I've mentioned this before, my gauge is 8 stitches per inch on a US 3, but that stitch count for the hat is too big for me. I don't know the numbers, it's 140 something, that's too big. So I do the 7 stitch count numbers. 7 gauge, 7 stitches per inch gauge, which is 128. And it's a little tight, but this is superwash yarn and it stretches, and after a few wears, it's like perfect. So that's what I'm going with. I finished my increases and I weighed my cake before I started and after, and it was 8 grams for the increases. So I will just keep on knitting until I'm probably like 10 grams and do my decreases, and bam, we will have a hat. I did not do the pinhole cast on. No, we're not doing that. I have realized that if you just you start with, I'm giving away too much of the pattern, but you start with 8 stitches, and I'll just say that. And I just split that in half like I'm doing magic loop, like a sock, 4 on each needle, and then I just do my increases. I did do the make ones and the make one rights, make one lefts, make ones rights. I recently made one of these, I think last month. I finished one. So I still had them like fresh in my mind. I had to read what it said, and then I did it and it was fine. So yeah. So there we are. So I plan on working on this in the evenings for like mindless knitting or to take a break from socks. But oh, look at that. I love that so much. Love it. So it's not stripey, so I hope I won't get bored with it, but we will see. I don't think so. The stripey musselburghs are very motivating to get through those stripes. So we'll see. So I'll leave my stitch marker in there and we will see how much I get done this week. I'm in no rush to finish that. That's just like a, oh, I'm losing my voice. And just a project that I could work on in the evenings when I'm said, okay, I've had enough of socks for the day. I don't know, is that possible? Or it would be like, maybe I'll do it like for my morning knitting or something. I haven't decided yet. But it's at the stage now where I can just keep on knitting, and that's perfect. Perfect mindless knitting. Okay, we're gonna talk about my blankets. I've made a decision. Got fuzz everywhere on the floor. I'm gonna just show them right now. Oh, look at the blankets. Look at that. Oh, my dryer just stopped. Oh, look at that. Screenshot. Will that please be the screenshot? Screenshot. So I've decided that I'm putting these blankets in hibernation. I did work on them this week, so I'm going to show them to you and show you my progress, but it was a real struggle this week to work on these. It's like, all right, I want to finish up that magic knot ball on my granny stripe, and I'm like, I want to finish one more row on my cozy memories because that's how much minis I had left, and it's like, I just really want to finish this, and it was like in the 80s this week. Some days were like 86, and I'm like, oh, it's just so hot. So I said, after I finish these 2 things, they're going in hibernation. So you won't be seeing these for a little bit. All right, we'll start with my Cozy Memories by Kemper Ray. I'm doing a DK weight version. I changed my needle size and did the pattern pretty much the same. I do 20 by 20 stitches. I think that's a difference in the pattern. I think hers is 23. And I'm using a US 4. Right? 3.5 millimeter. I did not put light bulb markers on here because I did the whole row on top. So I just did these. So yeah, I just did the whole top row, so that's 12 squares. I also have my Twin Mountain Handcrafts book, Progress Keeper. So I did 24 squares in May. I am going to miss like adding that into my grams down or grams out. It's gonna sting a little because I think 24 squares was 192 grams. And my magic knot balls are about like 140 grams each. So, ooh, my grams out is probably going to be a little less than normal. I am weaving my ends as I go. There's the back. When I get to 4 squares, I like to weave in my ends there. But yes, I have 120 squares. I think it's like half done. So I wasn't in any rush to finish this blanket this year. So that's okay. And I know that at some point in the summertime, after I put them away, I will be like, I want to work on my blankets. Maybe that's just me trying to summon winter and cold temperatures. Where it's like, all right, I've had enough of this hot. That's probably what it is. It's like, maybe if I work on my blankets, it will get cold. It doesn't work like that. But. So, yep. I'm trying not to buy minis. And I need like 10 grams for a square. I like to have 10 grams for a square. I think they're 8. They're 8 grams each, but I like to have a little extra. And so yeah, I'll just have to wait till I get some advents. And I know Amie said she's sending me a bunch of minis over my birthday and Christmas this year, so I will have a whole bunch when I get that back out. And here is my granny stripe blanket. And there's no magic knot ball. It is done. I'll move my stitch marker up before I put this up, but I don't know if I'm gonna leave the other stitch markers on. Maybe I will, I don't know. Oh, this blanket's a beast. So that's the progress this week. Another Twin Mountain Handcrafts. So I'm using I put the hook away too. Let's see, did I write down? Yep. A D hook 3.25 millimeter is what I used. 302 stitches. And in my Ravelry project page, I have the video for this pattern and the magic knot ball, how I did that. But yeah, this is just all scraps. Scraps that were like 7 to 1 grams or 7 to like 0.5 grams. I just knotted them all together and just crocheted them, crocheted away. So there's self-striping in here. There's tonals. This is fingering weight. There's some that have sparkle in them. Like this blue right here. That's a sparkly one. So yeah. I did make another magic knot ball, but I did not connect it. I was like, I don't want to I think it would be nicer to put away when it wasn't connected, and I looped through it, so it's not going to come apart. So I'll just have to unpick that and attach my next magic knot ball to that when I feel like it. And I'm glad I made a project page for this, because I have a feeling I'm going to forget how to do that magic knot ball. So yeah, this blanket is like so close, but it's like I can't force myself to do it, so we're not gonna. That's how you kill your knitting mojo, or your crafting mojo. Crochet mojo. I'm trying to fold this. Ooh. This is like getting close to like 1,000 grams of yarn. That's a lot. If you have a lot of scraps, I really suggest this pattern in the magic knot ball. You will not have to weave in any ends at all. I mean, I guess one at the end, one where you started, and then one at the end, but psst, compared to all of the yarn scraps that I used in that, that is pretty good. All right, that is all of my whips. All right, we're gonna do some more yarny things before we talk about reading and watching and life stuff. I'm gonna show you my next cast on that will potentially happen today. Since I'm putting my blankets away, I have decided I'm gonna try. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna try to have 2 sock whips on the needles at once. I know you're all gasping. Lisa, is that a good idea? I don't know if it is. We're gonna try it. I feel like since the blankets are put away, I really only have 2 whips. I mean, I'm not working on my blankets, so I will have more time to knit socks. So I was thinking like maybe working on 1 sock in the morning, 1 sock in the afternoon, and then working on my hat in the evening or something like that. I'm not going to keep track. Or, you know, if I could work on one for an hour and then the other for an hour and just flip-flop. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I have to cast this one on. The last one I did was C3PO, so I need to do R2D2. And this is a really old skein. Probably another one from 2017, 18. Yep, so this will be cast on. I'm gonna wind up the yarn today. I'm gonna cake it up, and I feel like I could just do the cuff and then set it aside. I don't know yet. I might get I mean, once I get started, look at all these speckles. So this is gonna be cast on next. So this will be a whip. It won't, I don't know if it'll be done, but it will definitely be a whip. And I think we're going to open a mystery skein. I don't know if you can see that. I have 5 skeins over there. I kind of want to get through those for summer sock camp. I got 5 left. I mean, maybe I should just open them now and put them in the basket. No, I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna open one. That's another goal, summer sock camp goal, is to open all those up. I have Crazy Sock Lady mug with little papers in it with the numbers. I have numbers written on the skeins, so we're just gonna open one right now, and that will be my next whip if I finish one. So I'm thinking like once I finish one, I'll cast another one on, so I just always have 2. We'll see how that goes. All right, we have number 9. Number 9. All right. Oh, I almost put that in my coffee. Actually, I don't want that back in there. I checked it out. Oh my word. Don't put it back in there. You're not going to have a 9 next time. All right, 9. Okay, it feels like it's a mini. I feel a mini. So I don't know. I wrapped these up like last summer. I'm gonna try not to make a lot of noise. I wrap these real good. Oh, that's what I thought it was going to be. Like, it kind of feels like a cozy knitter. So we'll see. I mean, it's not very springy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's my rules. If I don't feel like knitting, I don't have to, right? Should I knit it? Or should I just put it in the basket? This will go up on Monday, so help me decide. I'll think about it. But it's not very bright and colorful. Do I just put it back in the basket? Do I put it back in my stash? Or do I just knit it? What do you think? It's not a very bright, summery color. It's more fall-like to me. But I have had it a long time. And this is that Hygge colorway. I'll think about it. Let me know what you think. Should I cast it on anyway? I mean, I could do this like a 30-minute of sock knitting type thing. Since I'm not like really feeling it. Maybe I could do that. Oh, did you hear my stomach? Oh my word. I ate breakfast. So let me know what you think. Should I don't know. I'm not feeling it. You're all probably like, just put it back. If you're not feeling it, put it back. So there's the mystery skein. Not as excited as I was with the other ones. So we'll see. So maybe I'll cast on. If not, maybe I'll just open another one. Should I just open another one? I think I am. Let's just open another one. Let's just go crazy. Because, you know, why not? If I don't want to knit it, I'm not gonna. Right? All right, number 6. I put a line under that one. Number 6. Okay. Let's see if this one's any better. This is just a single skein. Okay. Let's see if I'm more excited this time. Sorry if that's loud. Oh, I'm more excited about this one. Okay. It has been decided. This is Mustache Yarn. Sedated. I'm not going to sing the song, but I forgot I bought this. Okay, this is going to be the next one. After this one. I'm obviously in my Mustache Yarn phase. Okay, we're just gonna put this one back. It's okay. I still love you, but you're not summery and cheerful. I mean, this is gray, but it's got speckles in it. All right, I am happy with my decision. So don't worry about commenting. It's been decided. And this is my rules. I don't have to knit them all if I didn't want to. I just want to have them open because they've been wrapped up a long time. I was afraid that's gonna like ruin them, but okay, I'm excited now. All right, that's it. That's funny. If you know, you know. Did you see what numbers I picked? Not trying to be, you know, trying to keep this family friendly. You know, my 12-year-old humor. If you saw what numbers I picked. Oh my. Okay. That was me, real life, opening those and telling you my thoughts. Okay. So that's it for the yarny stuff. I'm going to talk about reading and watching and life stuff. So if you don't want to stick around for that, I will see you next week. If you want to keep on knitting or crocheting, I will keep on talking. So reading and watching is kind of slim this time. I finished Crown of Midnight. That's the Throne of Glass #2 book. I finally finished it. I did go ahead and get the 3rd book. I think after the 3rd book, I'm going to read Assassin's Blade. There's like 2 ways you can read this. There's like the romantic version, and then there's like the publication order or something like that. I don't know. There's 2 different orders. I looked it up. So I think I'm going to read Assassin's Blade next, after the 3rd book. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yep, so I have that downloaded. I'm reading those on my Kindle. And I started a new Stephen King book. I forgot. Usually I have Audible. And if, like, towards the end of my, I have the yearly membership. So I get 12 credits. And when it's going to be renewed and some are going to expire type of thing, or like a few months before they're going to expire. Usually like December time. I think it renews in February for me. I like to go through and pre-order books. Like, I want to read that one. I want to read that one. Usually they're Stephen King's. Sometimes they're Louise Penny if she's going to come out with a book. I did pre-order that one. The next one of the 3 Pine series. Oh, I'm not into murder mysteries, but I love that series. Love it. Is it the 3 Pine series? Is that what it's called? Her first book is Still Life. Or is it Still Life series? Oh my word, I don't know. Check out Louise Penny and look up Still Life. I believe that's the first book in the series. You must read them in order. That's all I'm saying. Because some characters die and some characters pop up. Sometimes there's characters all the way through. My favorite character is Ruth with her duck. I just can't. I just love her. If they kill her, I'm going to be so sad. Or if she dies, I'm going to be so sad, and I don't know if I'll be able to continue on. I know she's really old in the book, but please, please don't kill Ruth or the duck. So, as I was saying, I like to pre-order books with my credits. And apparently last year I put a pre-order for the new Stephen King book. It's called You Like It Darker, and it's short stories in there. It's a short story book, a collection of short stories. Yeah, so I am listening to that. I think I have like 11 hours left. I forgot how long it was when I started, but so I'm hoping to finish that this week. We'll see. I am listening to my book instead of watching TV in the morning. I decided I finished Doctor Who. I couldn't decide on what to watch. I was thinking about Supernatural because I stopped at season 7 before Doctor Who came out. On Doctor Who is on Tubi. Supernatural is on Netflix. So I was watching Supernatural and then I saw that Tubi had the Doctor Who's, so I just stopped. So I was thinking about like not restarting, but starting at season 7. And I'm like, I don't know. The kids are going to be out of school soon. I'm not going to be able to watch TV anyway. So I need to read more books. So I thought, how about in the mornings we listen to my book instead of watching TV? And I prefer audiobooks so I can knit and read at the same time. I can on my Kindle. I'm not as good as it on it because I have to stop and, tap the screen to change the page. So it's a lot of I feel like it's a lot of moving. For me, I don't know. It's just how my setup is. I'll have to figure something else out. But so I'm doing audiobooks and knitting. So those are my books. Watching. So as I said, I'm not really watching anything on my own right now besides my knitting YouTube channels, obviously. My husband and I are still watching Resident Alien Season 2. I think we have 3 or 4 episodes left. And after that, I'm not sure what we're going to watch. There's the new season of Bridgerton. My husband has agreed to watch that with me. I've watched all of them. I know I put a poll of saying, help me figure out what to watch, and Bridgerton was on my list. And Outlander. We have season 6 of Outlander. So one of those, we will see. The Outlander ones were really long. I think that's why we decided to go to Resident Alien. We're like all ready to watch TV, and it was like a little after 9, and I'm like, the first episode is over an hour long. I can't. I won't be able to watch it all. I'll fall asleep. So when we do start that series, we have to make sure that we are either watch it on the weekends during the afternoon or something, or make sure we start it earlier. And our Friday night movie last week was Ready Player One, 2018. I have seen that one. I mean, at this point, we're just letting my youngest pick whatever movie she wants to watch. Within reason, obviously. We're not watching rated R movies. She's 11. So, yep. I've seen that one already. She has not. She hasn't read the book either. I don't know. She's 11. I don't know if she would really understand all of the, video game references and other, other stuff. But yes, she is very, what you want to call it? She reads like crazy, and we are now have moved her into the like adult books within reason. Obviously, there are some books where I'm like, no, absolutely not. Like Game of Thrones, no. What else? Yeah. So I've read a lot of books, and if I've read it, I will be like, okay, that one's good. You're good with that one. But yeah, right now she's reading Lord of the Rings, the first one. She loves to read her books. And I have a Kindle, and we purchased another Kindle, and her and my husband are sharing that one, and then I get my own. Yeah, we decided since she likes to read a lot, we better it would be nice to have a Kindle for her so she can download whatever she wants on it, within reason. So yeah, that's it for reading and watching. Life stuff. It was a very, very busy week. I mean, there was 2 nights a week where I was like, we only had one thing going on, but it just felt like it made the week even busier than it should have been. But my kids had their band concerts, their spring concerts, Wednesday and Thursday. Of course, they're both in 2 different schools, so they had concerts back to back. That was not pleasant. Also, the high school where the band concert was, the auditorium, the high school air conditioning has not been working for at least a month. And the first concert was just 6th grade. It didn't feel like a lot of people were in there, and it didn't feel as hot. The temperature was about the same each day, like 78, I think, both days. And the first one, I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm going to be hot. I'm going to be around all these people. I'm trying to just mentally prepare. And it actually wasn't that bad. I wasn't even sweating. It was warm, but it wasn't as crowded. But with my oldest, her concert was last night. This was 7th and 8th grade. So yeah, there was about like 800 people in that auditorium without air conditioning. It was a nightmare. And of course, they had, I don't know how many songs they played, like maybe 10. They also had different bands. They had beginning band, concert band, whatever the higher one was. I think it's symphonic. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But they're just different levels of band. Both of my kids started band this year. And next year, I think both of them are going to be in the same class because they're my oldest is going to 7th grade. Or my youngest is 7th grade. So they're both go to the same school, so I only have to go to one concert next year. I'm excited about that. Hopefully they have their air conditioning fixed because that's just nuts. But they both started beginning band and they're both going to the highest level of band next year. I am so proud of them. My youngest was like, well, I'll go into like concert band. And then I don't know what, I think one of her friends is going to go to symphonic. And I bet she was like, I'm going to show my sister that we're going to be in the same band class. And so she pushed a little harder towards the end of the year to make sure that she was in that class, and she made it. So that's going to be exciting. I think she just did it first bite. And Chloe and my oldest is like, oh, Natalie's going to be in my class. It's going to be embarrassing to have my little sister in my class. I think they both want to be in marching band in high school. I think that's what they want to do, so we will see if that happens. I'm not sure how that works out or how that works out when they get to high school. I have no idea how the band works in high school, so I feel like they have other groups. They probably have jazz band. I don't know. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm proud of them. They did really good. I can't believe they went from like beginning band to like all the way to the highest. Yeah, they skipped like 2 or 3 band classes and just all the way up to the top. I'm like, wow. Just doing some, you know, humble bragging of my children. Also, just speaking of that, we're just gonna brag a little bit more about my kiddos. So my oldest, Chloe, she will be taking, she took a high school class this year, algebra. So that counts as a credit, and she's in 7th grade. Next year, she will be skipping the English 8th grade class and going to English 9th grade. So there's another credit. And she will also be taking geometry, which is a high school class. She'll be taking that next year. She's also taking French. I don't know if that counts as a credit for next year for high school. I don't know about that, but she's taking French. Go for it. So yeah, my oldest is already taking like 2 or 3 high school classes, and she's in 7th grade and 8th grade next year. That's just bonkers. And my youngest, Natalie, she'll be in 7th grade next year, and she will be taking a 9th grade algebra class. Yep. So cheers to my kiddos for their nice big brains. Sorry for bragging, but they're my kids. You got to do that sometimes, right? And then they're both in the higher band class next year, so. And they both play flutes. I don't know if I said that or not. They both play the flute. All right. And they have like 3 more weeks of school left. Yeah, they're out really late this year. I don't know why. June 14th is their last day. But I feel like these last 3 weeks, there's really not much going on. All right. I think that's it. I'm at 50 minutes. I think that's enough blabbering. I really don't have anything else. It's been hot out. Like I said, it's been mid-80s. I think it's going to cool down to like mid-70s this week. Maybe low 70s. So it's going to be cooler. I'm here for that. I'm gonna be casting on socks today. Maybe not both of these. Let's not overwhelm myself. Just this one. And I also like, once I finish a Star Wars sock, I want to cast on another one. So I think I'm always going to have a Star Wars sock on the needles. And then I'll go through my mystery skeins and see. I don't know. I kind of like that. If I opened it, if I don't like it, I just put it back. It's okay. Now I'm just getting sidetracked. All right, put it down. Focus. All right. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, put them right down there. I do love reading them, and hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.